I'm not shaking my derriere, but tonight we are going to discuss Naches Heights Valley's Can 2016. Can this can do the can better than I can? Stay tuned. Hey, this is Scott, and you've tuned into the Rookie Wine and Whiskey Enthusiast channel, YouTube's primary channel for discussing Washington State wines and whiskeys, and sometimes spirits, but not exclusively. I'm sorry about the intro. My son, who's my cameraman tonight, was about ready to die behind the camera. Had to do the intro that way though. Anyways, tonight we're going to go ahead and discuss Naches Heights Valley, NHV, here in the state of Washington is how it's primarily known. This is their 2016 white table wine blend. But before we go ahead and dive right into that wine, let's go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And when you do hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon. That way when I do these goofy little things like videos and dancing and whatever else I end up doing on this video and future videos, you'll be some of the first notified. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Naches Heights Valley is based out of the Yakima Valley. They don't have a standard tasting room per se, but they do tours out there, and I'll put the link down below. If you're out in the Yakima Valley, go ahead and schedule a tour. I have yet to do it. I'm looking forward to it because they're in kind of a unique area in the Yakima Valley area. Their vineyard is typically a little bit higher in elevation, so it's a little bit cooler. They do a lot of different red blends. This again is a particular white blend. Now, I did pick this bottle up for $10 over here at my local grocery store called Hagen, which has one of the better wine selections in the Pacific Northwest. Here, I'm going to read directly off the label here. This chorus line of Can is comprised of 44% Riesling, 22% Grenache Blanc, 13% Viognier, 11% Marsanne, and 10% Gewürztraminer. And it came highly recommended. Matter of fact, in the link down below for their website, you'll see some of the awards this particular wine has won. I'll be honest with you, for $10 wine, I was not looking forward to this. I don't like going into tastings blind, but I've had this glass open now for about 10-15 minutes. Let's go ahead and drive right into it. Now I'm trying something a little bit different tonight too. I have my little, let me go ahead and show it to you here, my Wine Folly Tasting Notes Journal. I've already written some notes down in it, and I'm going to kind of use that from here on out as my guide with some of these ones, because as I do this, I want to make sure I have this written down. That way I don't forget it, since I'm already using the color chart for Wine Folly. Now this particular wine is a straw color, and it has a pale look to it. It is clear, no floaties in it, so let's go ahead and get it on the nose. Right off the bat, I'm getting a spicy melon note, cantaloupe, a little bit of honeydew. There's some pear in there. There's also a very, very heavy citrus note. Almost, and this is where maybe where the spice is coming from. It's a little bit of lemon. I'm getting some tangerine in this. And there's also a vanilla cream note. I don't know if you've ever smelled cream soda with that little, with that hint of vanilla. I'm getting a lot of that creaminess on the nose. Yeah, that is absolutely, for a white blend. Now, typically white blends are going to be on the less expensive side, which is perfectly fine. But a lot of people will look at a bottle like this and go, well, I'm not even going to give this a try. You know what? Already on the nose, I'm liking this. Let's go ahead and give it a sip, shall we? Okay. On the body, this is a medium minus body. Tannins obviously also very low, medium minus. However, it has some acidity to it. This is a medium plus when it comes to acidity. Alcohol sits at 13% on this particular wine. This is not a sweet wine. It's not a very sweet wine. It's not a very dry wine. This is more off dry. I am getting a ton of citrus and melon notes instead of cantaloupe now. No, I am getting that cantaloupe flavor to it. I'm not getting as much pear now. There is a little bit of Fuji apple sweetness. I think that's probably the extent of the sweetness to this. But that tangerine note, I'm also getting kind of a fresh cut hay note to it, straw, not a barnyard straw note. If you've ever been out in the fields of Montana or Eastern Washington and you have a fresh cut field of hay, I'm getting that kind of a flavor to it, I guess, almost like a grass. That vanilla, that cream soda vanilla comes right through on the finish. It's not a very long finish. I would say this is probably quite a bit shorter than what I would expect, considering all the different grapes in there. It is 2016, so it's been 3 years bottle aging. I don't know how long it's spent any time in the oak, or if it's spent any time in the oak at all. I'm not getting any oak notes other than just maybe the vanilla. You know, that vanilla might be coming from one of the grapes as well. Maybe the Marzan. I'd have to look into that. Anyways, for a $10 bottle of wine, you cannot go wrong with this at all. I do recommend it. What am I going to grade this? This is one that I will gladly buy again. For $10, you bet. Let's go ahead and have another sip. Let's see if there's anything I missed in this. Yeah, no, that is absolutely great. I like the acidity on this wine. And I like the fact that all those fruit flavors really do mesh together and come into fruition with a light vanilla note. So, like I said, 89 out of 100. Highly recommend this. Have you had Naches Heights Valley's White Table Wine from 2016? They're can. Let me know down in the comments down below. Hit the like button on this as well. Is there another white blend, maybe Washington State white blend, that has these types of similar grapes that maybe I should go ahead and look for? Please let comments down down below as well. I'll go ahead and do it. Maybe I'll find it, if I can find it here in the state of Washington, and do a review with that as well. Anyways, I think the determination is that this can better than I can. So, that being said, as always, folks, please drink responsibly, and as I'd like to say, life is too short for either bad wine or bad whiskey. This is a very, very good wine. 89 out of 100. Cheers. Maybe I will dance one more time. Nah, better not.